Selectman Vos, School Committee Chairman Mr. Coonan, School Committee Vice Chair Mrs. Gosher, School Committee Secretary Mrs. Ravelli, School Committee Member Mrs. Ennis, School Committee Member Mrs. Walker, Superintendent of Schools Mr. Himmelberger, Keynote Speaker Mr. Tony Reno, Principal Mr. Wells, Assistant Principal Mr. Nugent, Class Advisor Mrs. Lawrence, the family of Jared Dupsky, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2012. My name is Linda Trong. As class president, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the class of 2012 commencement ceremony. Impact. Noun. The striking from one thing against another. Influence. Effect. Throughout our whole lives, impact has been a vital concept that many of us tend to overlook. We do not realize that the term impact can define who we are, where we are, or the effect it can have on us for the rest of our lives. As many of you may know, a familiar and loving friend, Renee Robbins, passed away on October 2nd, 2011, from a drunk driving accident. Without realizing the implications, Renee decided to sit on a passenger seat without a seatbelt on. The drunk driver, unaware of his actions, crashed into a tree. These decisions, these moments, these seconds of impact are what took away the life of my beloved friend, Renee Robbins. This powerful force of nature not only impacted the moving vehicle, but a woman with a great future ahead of her. Although Renee cannot be here with us tonight, she has taught me the importance of each and every decision and has heavily influenced my speech, which will hopefully have an impact on you here tonight. Whether impact is physical or verbal, it has the potential to change the course of our lives. Throughout our high school careers, we have been graciously guided and mentored by teachers, coaches, and family members to make choices that will benefit our future. I'd like to especially thank my family for the undivided support that they have always provided me. They have taught me the essential values I needed to be able to make choices on my own. After tonight, we will embark on new journeys, and it is time to start making our own decisions that will make the people who have supported us proud. As I thought about impact and how it affects our lives, I realized how much Oxford High School has positively shaped mine. Every homecoming, fundraiser, and senior activity has taught me that nothing in life comes easy. We must overcome our barriers to be successful in our endeavors. Whether it was carrying every chair possible in this high school to the weight room, or even arguing in psychology class about our senior prank, which, by the way, Alex White, I guess I forgive you. All these activities were done with teamwork and willingness. This year, Pep Rally has taught this class that it is not about winning or losing, even though we technically should have won. But it's about trying your best, which is winning in itself. Our class has come a long way, and tonight we have saved a seat for our former classmate, Jared Dubsky, who passed away on May 6, 2009. His humor, personality, and kindness have truly been missed. Not only has Jared significantly impacted the class of 2012, but was generous enough to donate his organs to someone in need. Jared's donation may have changed the course of someone's life. We may never know the immense impact it has caused. However, his actions have not gone without notice. Jared teaches us that time is precious, but it is never too late to make a difference. At this time, on behalf of the class of 2012, I would like to present a copy of our yearbook to the Dubsky family in honor of our friend Jared. I would like to note that we have honored Jared on page 55. Presenting this yearbook was Jared Kennan, one of Jared's closest friends. And now, to my fellow classmates, we are here tonight to celebrate our accomplishments that have molded us into the distinct individuals we have become. It is time to blossom into the next step into our lives and venture the many things we have yet to experience. While traveling on this 4-year journey, many of us developed endless relationships, remarkable achievements, worthwhile memories, and have met some special people who have impacted our lives for the better. These past 12 years have been an educational roller coaster that continuously led us to one goal: graduation. Now we sit here, pondering where the rest of our lives will take us, and the endeavors and obstacles that we will face. While we open a new door, we may be hesitant of what lies ahead. But do not be afraid to take that initial step forward. The opportunities are boundless, and you define who you are. Be bold, be confident, and be passionate in all that you do. The sky is the limit. None of us realized how hard it would be to say goodbye to one another, or to our final year here at Oxford High School, until now. However, this is just the beginning to the crazy and adventurous ride of your life, and I cannot wait to see all of you prosper. I wish the best of luck to each and every one of you, and I have truly been honored to have had the opportunity to serve you all for the past 4 years. Congratulations to the class of 2012. We actually made it. Edward Koch once said, "The firework begins today. Each diploma is a lighted match. Each one of you is a fuse." So class of 2012, let's set this world on fire and accomplish the unthinkable. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Alan Himmelberger.
Thank you very much, Linda. I have only two small duties this evening. One is to read this official citation from the State Senate of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to the Oxford High School class of 2012. In recognition of your successful completion of the prescribed course of study and your graduation from high school. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate extends best wishes for continued success. That this citation be duly signed by the President of the Senate and attested to and a copy transmitted by the Clerk of the Senate. Offered by our State Senator, Senator Richard T. Moore. Congratulations. The other small duty is to certify the class. To Chairman Coonan and members of the school committee, it is my distinct honor as the superintendent of the Oxford Public Schools to certify to you that the members of the class of 2012 seated before you have successfully completed all requirements for graduation set forth by Oxford High School and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Therefore, they are eligible to be awarded an Oxford High School diploma on this date, May 25th, 2012. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the student ranked third in the class of 2012, Miss Lauren Pushes.
Hello. When Mr. Wells told me I was making a speech at graduation, my first thought was, wow, they really want this thing to go by quickly. But I'll do my best to talk as slow as I can. Since we were born, we have relied on our families for support and guidance. Every challenge that arose, we overcame with their help. However, our dependence on them slowly diminished as we made our way through school. Upon entering kindergarten, we experienced our first form of branching out. We developed our unique personalities as we made our own friends and choices. We no longer relied only on our parents. Although we depended on our teachers for many things, a new sense of independence was building within. Entering elementary school, we gained more rights, therefore increasing our independence. We could go wherever we wanted during recess and sit next to whomever we wanted to at lunch. Although this doesn't seem like much now, it really shaped us as individuals. After our 4 years in elementary school, we advanced to the dark days known as middle school. The first day of school was very important to all of us. Not only did we have to make an impression on the older kids and teachers, but on the new members of our class as well. Although this doesn't stand true today, our first day of middle school was the day that most of our class met. I went to Claire Barton, however, many of my classmates attended Chafee School. Making these new friends was an important milestone for all of us. We opened ourselves up to new possibilities. In middle school, we started to learn that punishment occurred if rules were not followed. The dreaded demerits were given for tardiness, incompletion of homework, and any disruptive behavior during class. 5 of these demerits led to a detention, stressing the importance of following the rules. In 8th grade, we took our biggest leap towards independence thus far. We picked our schedules for our freshman year. We could pick our own classes and determine our own possibilities, our own lives, and our own futures. Although this seems trivial to us now, back then we felt like grown-ups. Anything was possible. When our high school years finally arrived, we were approaching our final steps towards independence. Many of us got jobs and licenses, and some of us were even lucky enough to get cars. Knowing we could leave our homes and be in the real world at any time had a strong impact on us. After today's graduation, we will go on to college, jobs, or even military service, thus completing our journey to independence. However, no matter how independent we have become, we know we can always rely on the people we have met and the friends we have made to help us through the rough patches. As Oliver Wendell Holmes once said, "To reach a port, we must sail, sometimes with the wind and sometimes against it. But we must not drift or lie at anchor."
To get where we want in life, we must be independent. We cannot wait around and expect everything to be done for us. Our days in school have taught our class just that. It is now my pleasure to introduce our salutatorian, Mr. Smes Rajesh Vinubai Govindbai Madhoji Patel.
Hello everyone, my name is Samesh Patel, and I'm a proud pilot of Oxford High School. I can honestly say, I'm surprised high school went by this quick. This ceremony, it serves as the gateway, as the journey from a childhood to adulthood. It feels like only yesterday I was an incoming freshman from the middle school. Now, I'm standing at the podium as a senior pilot of Oxford High School. I'm sure my classmates would agree that each year seemed to last forever, and sometimes we would just want it to end. But looking back on these 4 years here, though, each only served as a simple step towards maturing and preparing for the future. The first year, freshman year, felt intimidating yet exciting for all of us. It taught us responsibility and gave us a heavier workload, which made us more mature. Sophomore year came next, which taught us dedication as we grew accustomed to our surroundings, met new people, and participated in many new after-school activities. We gained responsibilities that year that helped us organize us for the futures we plan to follow. Then came junior year, and we were introduced to the reality of its unfair, difficult, and new challenges. We started looking into the college application process, along with taking the standardized tests, the SATs and ACTs. And now, finally comes senior year. The final step of our journey. It's prepared us for the futures we plan to follow. It's allowed us to bond as a class and enjoy the senior privileges, ruling over the underclassmen, I'm sure. Each of the 4 years carried additional challenges along with joys as they progressed. But I've gained some unforgettable friends growing up here in the class of 2012 and feel happy to have survived high school with them. So these 4 years also allowed us to bond, to decide our futures. Some of us may go to college, some the military, and others will pursue a career in the workforce. I personally have enjoyed my journey here at Oxford High School and hope I can see my classmates again in the better tomorrow of which they will be a part. I feel lucky to have grown up with the class of 2012, and I know that they will succeed in their pursuits. To all the faculty, parents, and my fellow classmates, thank you.
now my pleasure to introduce our class valedictorian, Miss Emily Barton.
Hi. For a few weeks now, my parents have been asking me if I'd given any thought to my graduation speech. Every time I just give them some non-committal response like, yeah, I'm working on it. But honestly, I had no idea what to write about. For me, the difficult part was choosing a topic, since I've always been very indecisive. As Marilyn Manson said, a lot of people don't want to make their own decisions. It's much easier to be told what to do. But now as seniors, we're all faced with a huge decision. What are we going to do with the rest of our lives? Personally, I'd never given much thought to what I wanted to do with my future until this year. I know people who've mapped out their lives and have a 12-step plan for success. But for some of us, our plans changed every day. It's like when we were little and our favorite phrase was, "when I grow up." One day we could pretend we were an astronaut, and the next we could be a lion tamer or a magician. Back then, it didn't matter how crazy or unrealistic we were. Adults called us cute and told us to dream big because we could be anything we wanted to be. Then as we got older, our families and teachers started stressing the importance of making plans and working towards a successful future. But success is defined by the individual. It's whatever makes you happy. So if you're happiest going to the gym every day, twice a day, then do it. If you enjoy dancing to NSYNC and lip syncing to Tom Jones, then you should. If you love to Dougie, go ahead. Maybe you can make a career out of those things and maybe you can't, but either way, you know you'll be happy. None of us have to choose our future today or even this year. We have time and all of us should take advantage of it. Joseph Campbell once said, "Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors where there were only walls." Today, we're all venturing outside the walls of Oxford High School, and now is the time for each of us to discover our passions and figure out exactly what makes us happy. As we look to our futures, I'd like to leave each of you with one final piece of advice. Don't worry about always making the right decisions. If you make mistakes, and we all do, just remember, we are the class of 2012, and it's not the end of the world. It's only the beginning. It's now my pleasure to introduce our principal, Mr. Wells.
Good evening. As Emily just said, my name is Kevin Wells, and I'm here this evening as a proud alumnus of the Oxford Public Schools, and most importantly, as a proud principal of Oxford High School. Mr. Coonan, Chairman of the School Committee, Mrs. Gauscher, Vice Chairman of the School Committee, Mrs. Ravelli, Secretary, Mrs. Ennis, Mrs. Walker, Superintendent Himmelberger, invited dignitaries, this evening's keynote speaker, Mr. Anthony Reno, class advisor, Mrs. Dixie Lawrence. Welcome, and it is with great pleasure that I have the opportunity to address this audience this evening. I'd like to take a few moments just to thank the people. It's a very difficult task, let alone trying to be a meteorologist, and Commander Maisley did a great job today. So there was a lot of anxiety whether we're going to be inside or outside. So we had a lot of people last evening that said, don't worry about it. We will take care of that tomorrow, and they certainly have. I'd like to especially thank Assistant Principal Mr. Dave Nugent and Mrs. Lawrence for doing a tremendous job, not only this week with all the pressures that we had, but the entire year, especially for the seniors. There are several people behind the scenes in order to, and I'm sure as you came in, if you just reflect on it, in order to pull off a graduation and to provide you, the community of Oxford, with an outstanding graduation for your children. Mr. Heatherman and the entire custodial staff did an outstanding job. Our secretarial staff, Mrs. Rassicott, Mrs. Lilly, and Mrs. McDonald. All the faculty and staff members who were instrumental in our graduation, Mr. O'Brien and Mrs. Ross for the programs that you have this evening, Commander Maisley and the entire NJROTC unit, Mr. Baggett, and how amazing was our music department already this evening. Our art department, and as we prepare for this week, everyone is assigned tasks, and there's some people that take it very seriously. If you look over my left shoulder, you'll notice our MIB, the Men in Black. Mr. Doldorian, Mr. May, Mr. Martin, and Mr. Craig do a great job. I'm sure that everyone was exceptionally accommodated this evening. Thank you, gentlemen. I'd like to also thank all the students that helped. There were approximately 50 students that were here this evening that were underclassmen working behind the scenes in one way or another. I'd like to also thank Mr. Canacchioli and Project Coffee for decorating the outside of our facility. Two organizations that have been at Oxford High School for a substantially lengthy period of time have really supported us. I'd like to thank the Booster Club and the members of Operation Graduation for their tireless efforts in supporting Oxford High School as a family and keeping our students safe. Although she couldn't make it this evening, I would like to congratulate Mrs. Casavant. Our yearbook was dedicated to her this year, and she will be retiring. I would also ask these two individuals to stand and wish them well in their retirement. Our class advisor, Mrs. Lawrence. And the hardworking, tireless Mrs. Martha Spinney. Thank you, ladies. To the parents and grandparents, family and friends, thank you for the love and support that you have given to the class of 2012. You have been the foundation for their success. If I may, at this time, could I ask anyone that is a graduate of the Oxford Public Schools to please stand? Thank you very much. Pirate Pride. Last Sunday, I had the opportunity and the good fortune to be in Washington, D.C. I was sitting on the National Mall with approximately 25,000 other people, listening to NBC anchor Brian Williams give the commencement address to approximately 7,000 graduates at the George Washington University. That was a historic event. It was an important day for all the families. But tonight we celebrate the Oxford High School class of 2012. The level of enthusiasm, the excitement, the pride here tonight is the same as it was in Washington, D.C., and a notch better. Mr. Williams said, you don't have to build a rocket to take us into space, but take us somewhere, move us, push us, lift us up, make us better. And I happen to agree with him. So I'm asking you, the senior class, to be change agents. You've spent the last 4 years preparing for life. Your teachers have given you the tools to be successful in anything and everything that you choose to do. But you can choose to allow those tools to sit and rust, or you can use them and further your skills. In closing, Michael Dell, the CEO and founder of Dell Computers, once told the University of Texas the following: as you start your journey, the first thing that you should do is to throw away that store-bought map and begin to draw your own. Don't spend so much time trying to choose the perfect opportunity, because you might miss the right opportunity. Recognize that there will be failures, and acknowledge that there will be obstacles. But you will learn from your mistakes and the mistakes of others as well, for there is very little learning in success. Please accept our most sincere congratulations, and please know that once you're a pirate, you're always a pirate. At this time, I'm especially pleased to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening. Tradition at the Oxford High School has been to ask one of our alumni to come back and to speak. This evening's guest speaker, during his tenure here at Oxford High School, played varsity and led it for 4 years in varsity football. He was captain in 1991. He played in the Massachusetts Hall of Fame Shriners All-Star Game. In basketball, he was a 3-year varsity letterman, captain his senior year. In varsity baseball, he participated for 4 years, captain his senior year, and was one of the members selected from Central Massachusetts to play on an all-star game representing Massachusetts against the Connecticut All-Stars. He was also the Central Mass District E Athletic Director Award winner. After graduation, Tony attended Worcester State University, graduating in 1997. He started at Worcester State for 3 years in the defensive backfield at safety. His teams won 2 consecutive back-to-back league championships. His coaching career began in 1977, the following year at King's College in Pennsylvania. The year after that, Tony was hired as the defensive coordinator at Worcester State University, where he remained through 2002. From 2003 to 2008, he coached at Yale University. From 2005 to 2008, he was the assistant head coach. From 2009 to 2011, Coach Reno was the special teams coordinator at Harvard University. On Thursday, January 12, 2012, Anthony Reno was appointed the 34th head football coach at one of the world's most prestigious universities, Yale. It is with great pride, as Tony's former basketball coach, of course I never yelled at him, to introduce our guest speaker, keynote speaker, and proud alum, Tony Reno.
Good chance that's not going to stay there. All right, first and foremost, to clear the record today, Coach Wells, as I call him, did yell at me consistently on a day-to-day basis. So for all of you, I'm sure we share a lot of the same similarities. Before I get going in speech tonight, I'd like to thank a couple people. First of all, I'd like to thank Principal Kevin Wells, all the people sitting in the front row, the faculty, administration, for allowing me to be here tonight. This is a great honor as a former Oxford High School student, and sitting there 20 years ago, although it did rain on my graduation night, so I'll talk fast so I don't want you to have the same problem, but just to speak here tonight, it's really an honor. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank a couple people, really 3, one who isn't here tonight, but 2 who are. It isn't often you get an opportunity to thank people who were mentors to you as a young adult. And I have that opportunity tonight, so I'd like to take it. So when you look in life, there's a lot of experiences you have that really mold you. They mold who you are. And for you, as you sit there today, I'm sure you can reflect on some of the things I'm going to say. There's people that mold what your thoughts and your opinions are. And as you move on in life, those people, they come to light to you again. When there's certain occurrences and certain occasions that come up, you think back to the experience you had with these people, and there's 2 sitting here today. One is for me, Coach Kevin Wells, and the other one is Coach John Dildorian, who's one of the men in black over there. I thank both these guys for everything they did for me, and really being not only a coach but a mentor and a friend. Before I get a chance to really reflect into you and some of the opinions and thoughts I have to go into the class of 2012, I want to talk to you about a couple things. The first one is, as I sit there across from you, I look in your eyes, and I listen to the speeches from the four students sitting up front, especially from Lyndon and from Emily. There's some things that have a lot of similarities I want to say to you tonight. And I'd like to really have you have a chance to listen to what I'm going to say. And if you can take one thing from it tonight, then I think we're doing okay. The first thing is this: as I sit there and I look in your eyes and I look at kids across the country, a lot like yourselves, there's a lot of excitement and happiness. There's some sorrow as you sit there, and you can get it from some of the speeches where you're departing on this next journey, this next experience in your life. And what I'm here to tell you is that there's no 10-step program. There's not a secret to success, but rather there's pieces. There are certain similarities that successful people have. There's certain goals and there's certain aspirations. There's certain parts that successful people use, which I'm hoping to share for you tonight. Today is the day that you write your own book. Oxford High School has given you this book, this leather-bound book. They've given you a crystal ball, and they've said, here you go. There's not words that you're going to put in this book, but there's experiences. There's nothing in that crystal ball. It's empty. So you need to fill that. Well, how do you fill that crystal ball, and how do you fill that book in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years? I can't tell you where you're going to be in that time span, but what I can tell you is it's going to be you who fills it. You have parents and teachers and friends and coaches and mentors who've supplied you with the material to get you to this point. And you're sitting here, and you've got to be really proud of yourselves for sitting here tonight, about to get your diploma from Oxford High School. So that I congratulate you. But what you do from this point on is on you. The most important person, the most influential thing you have in your life from this point on is you. So there's a foundation that needs to be built. Like in any company or any family or any business, a great foundation has to be there. So if you don't have that great foundation, you're not going to be as successful. Well, that foundation is given to you by you. So what do I mean by that? As you look at yourselves, each one of you is different. They're all unique. You have different thoughts and you have different opinions. If we put a picture up on the wall, every one of you would find something different in it. That was a great piece of it. Well, what you need to do is take that uniqueness, take all those things that make you who you are, and believe in it. Have confidence in yourselves. If you have confidence in yourselves, you're going to be able to withstand the storms of life. Have confidence in who you are. Have confidence in your uniqueness. Don't allow any temptations in your life to sway you from who you are and who you want to be. There's going to be plenty of temptations out there, and you might encounter them in the next 2-3 days, with whether they're drugs or alcohol, or you're in college and there's ethical questions on cheating on exams or copying off other people. Or you get into the business field and there's ethical problems there as well. What are you going to do? You got to believe in who you are. You got to believe in who makes you you, and you got to keep moving ahead. Your parents and your teachers, everyone that has helped you to this point looks at you that way. And I'm telling you, all the experience you have build on each other. So in this book that you're writing with your experiences, there's a chapter 1. And it's got to be a great chapter. It's got to have a great foundation. And if you have a great foundation in that first chapter, the rest will move on from there. So what I'm asking you to do from this point is to have confidence in yourself, not get as wet as I'm getting here. Have confidence in yourself, believe in yourself, and be able to write a great first chapter. So the second one, I know there's some English professors, English teachers here tonight, and I forgive me for this statement, but nothing comes from nothing. And a lot of times people, when you look at that, you say, it's kind of sounding corny, but it's true. Nothing comes from nothing. You don't get given anything in this life. No one is going to stand there and hand you anything. Whether you like it or not, you have to earn things. You have to have hard work, you have to have dedication, you have to have organization, you have to have consistency. So nothing comes from nothing. You need to put the time in, you need to have commitment to what you want to do, and work hard at it. And understand that the hard work that you put in, and the discipline you have, and the commitment you have to your goal doesn't guarantee anything. It just helps you along the way. So nothing comes from nothing. Put the hard work into it, have confidence and believe in yourself, and if you have that uniqueness about you, and you work hard at something, good things will happen. Everyone has dreams. You know, and dreams are, to me, in 3 different categories. The first category of dreams are the short goals. things that are easily attainable, things you can attain in without much effort and much work. The second set of dreams are the ones that might take a little more time, a little more effort. It might take you some years to do things, or you might have to accomplish a couple steps to get there. And the third type of dreams are the ones that are hard, the ones that are way out in the future, the ones that you need maybe a couple great things to happen to you in your life to get there. Maybe it's going to take 4, 5, 10, 20 years to get there. But the most important thing on having the dreams is you take nothing comes from nothing to another level. And what you do is you have drive. What drive is drive comes from inside. So you have a uniqueness about yourself, you're confident in your ability, you believe in who you are, you work hard for something, but there's certain things out there that are goals and dreams that make you different. Everyone's got different ones in here. Just like your uniqueness, your dreams are all different. Mine are different than yours. But take what those dreams are, set goals in place to achieve them, and realize that you need to have some drive to get there. Because if you have the drive inside, if you have what makes you different inside, and you push yourself to the limits to achieve those dreams, then you won't be upset if you don't achieve them. Because you'll have the confidence in yourself, and you'll know that you gave everything you had to try and achieve those dreams. As you're working at that and you're going through the course of life, it's not a straight path. And listening to some of the speakers tonight, I think you guys understand that really well, and I applaud where you're at right now as a young group and your maturity level. But what happens in life is this: it's not always sunny, as you see tonight. It rains sometimes. So you have good and bad days. Things are gonna be up and down in your life. And there's two types of people. The first type of person is the person who rides the roller coaster. And what I mean by that is someone who, when things are great, they're on top of the world. And when things are bad, they're the last person you want to be around. So when things are good, great person to be around. But when you're on the negative side, it's not going to be really beneficial or successful for you in life. What I'm asking you to do is I call it stay on an even keel. And again, another kind of corny one, but it really works. And what I mean by that is this: know that there's going to be adversity in your life. There's going to be bad things that happen to you. Okay, flat out going to happen. You're going to fail a test. You're going to not get into a college. You're not going to not get a job. You're going to have a failed relationship. Things are going to be negative experience in your life. Okay, it's kind of like nothing's going to be given to you. Also understand that there's going to be great things in your life. You're going to get an A on the test. You're going to get in the college you want. You're going to get the job you want. You're going to get a promotion. You're going to have a great, successful family. But understand this: if you're somebody that can stay in the middle, if you're somebody that understands that, and you really truly believe in yourself, and you really truly believe in what makes you so unique, and you're able to stay in the middle, and you're able to see clear through the past, there's not going to be any storms that hit as you're driving down the road that knock you off the path. You're going to be able to keep two hands on the wheel, and you're going to be able to get through things, and you're going to be able to prosper. Because the most important thing is how you're going to deal with the adversity. As you look at this, and you look at this piece of the future you go on, and you look at where your book is going to be, and you look at how do you write it? What do I do to write this book? How do I get that crystal ball filled with my dreams? If you have confidence in yourself, you work hard at something, and you can deal with adversity and stay on an even keel, you'll be successful. And I'm really excited to see where your crystal balls and your books take you in the next 20 or 30 years. It's an exciting time in your life because you control it. It's not anyone here who controls it, it's you. So as you look in the future and you look at who you're going to be, understand that the person who has the most influence on it is you. So I congratulate you, the Oxford High School class of 2012. I really appreciate you having me here tonight, and hopefully you can take one or two things from what I said to you and accomplish great things. I really, really wish you the best. Thank you.
Coach, you just had to mention it rained on your graduation. So being the eternal optimist that I am, as I was sitting there listening to your outstanding speech, I kept saying, the glass is half full, but I kept saying you can't have the rainbow without the rain, and sure enough, It is now my pleasure to recognize our scholarship winners. I would like to ask the graduates to stand and be recognized when I call your name. I would ask everyone in the audience to please hold your applause until all scholarships have been read. Thank you. Emily Barton, the William W. and Alfred M. Taft Scholarship, the Irwin and Lillian Pottle Scholarship. Somesh Patel, the William W. and Alfred M. Taft Scholarship. Lauren Pushies, the William W. and Alfred M. Taft Scholarship, the Dr. Walter Shore Community Service Scholarship, the Oxford Women's Club Clara Barton Scholarship, and the Booster Club Scholarship Award. Catherine Devon, the Mary Olive Wood and Cora D. Wood Scholarship. Nicolette Gallard, the Mary Olive Wood and Cora D. Wood Scholarship. Cassandra Pastier, the Mary Olive Wood and Cora D. Wood Scholarship. Stephanie Palmer, the Mary Olive Wood and Cora D. Wood Scholarship. Manjushri Burdika, the John S. Lane and Son Incorporated Scholarship, the Webster Dudley Oxford Chamber of Commerce Scholarship, the Southern Worcester County League Principals Scholarship. Devin Boudreau, the Algot and Ruth Anderson College Expense Fund. Nicole Mangaudis, the Irwin D. Pottle Scholarship, the Oxford Educational Association Scholarship. Jennifer Lemarier, the St. Anne St. Vincent de Paul Scholarship. Jared Kennan, the Jeffrey Falvolito Scholarship and the Lisa Yucatonis Scholarship. Laura Holmes, the Danny Clem Athletic Scholarship and the Booster Club Scholarship Award. Lauren Tully, the St. Anne St. Vincent de Paul Scholarship. Jonathan Lancy, the Jane Robertson Memorial Scholarship. Katie McCarthy, the Wayne Westall Scholarship, the Mass Coalition of Police Local 173, the Amy LaFleche Memorial Athletic Scholarship, the Oxford Women's Club Josie Tyler Scholarship. Michelle Williams, the F. Duncan Wilson Scholarship, the Jeremiah Moffett Scholarship, and the Booster Club Scholarship Award. Maria Educiani, the Marion Yvonne Lazaro Scholarship. Stephen Johnson, the Oxford McDonald's Scholarship. Jordan Orell, the St. Anne's Scholarship. Nicholas Richard, the Lillian Pottle Scholarship. Cody Jarobsky, the George A. Pitko and Paul P. Pitko Civil Engineering Scholarship. Suzanne Poutre, the Danny Clem Scholarship. Christopher Reardon, the Gahagan Scholarship. Cassandra Coleman, the Joanne Anderson Scholarship. Michael Dalio, the Oxford Educational Association Scholarship. Friends of Oxford Football Scholarship. Laura Cleary, IPG Photonics Scholarship, the Booster Club Scholarship. Catherine Shaw, the IPG Photonics Scholarship. Linda Trong, the Oxford High School Faculty and Staff Scholarship. as well as the Clara Barton Scholarship. Shannon Morgan, the Oxford District Nursing Scholarship. Jordan Arell, the IPG Photonics Scholarship. Christopher Burley, the Friends of Oxford Football Scholarship. Jenna Mandela, the Oxford High School Faculty and Staff Scholarship. It's now my pleasure to read, for those of you that are not standing, please stand if your name is called, the 2012 John and Abigail Adams Scholarship recipients. Emily Barton, Courtney Beaudry, Devin Boudreau, Emily Briggs, Nicholas Bruzios, Laura Cleary, Shannon Courtney, Catherine Devon, Ronnie DuPont, Nicole Fiorentino, Owen Gallivan, Savannah Goodrich, Jacqueline Green, Connor Guerin, Laura Holmes, Stephen Johnson, Jared Kennan, Mark Fugit-Kravosky, Jonathan Lancy, Nicholas LeMay, Nicole Mangaudis, Kayla McCarthy, Jacob Mercure, Nicole Miller, Shannon Morgan, Jeremy O'Connor, Jordan Orell, Cassandra Pastier, Samesh Patel, Susan Poutre, Lauren Pushies, Christopher Reardon, Catherine Shaw, Michelle Williams, Jennifer Wyrick. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2012 Scholarship Award recipients. You may be seated. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the Oxford School Committee for everything that you've been waiting for all evening, for the distribution of our diplomas. Mr. Nugent, if you would come to the podium.
Linda Kim Trong. Emily Ann Barton. Somesh Rajesh Patel. Lauren Marie Pushis. Jacqueline Alicia Green. Elizabeth Catherine Whiteman. Cassandra Leanne Coleman. Lauren Grace Tully. Nicolette Olivia Gollard. Abigail Donovan DeWidzik. Katie Ann McCarthy. Chelsea Antoinette Strom. Devin Gladys Boudreau. Elizabeth Lynn Ellsworth. Jared Scott Cannon. Jonathan David Lancy. Daniel Thomas Skibos. Nicholas George Bruzios. Philip Joseph Walney. Cody Michael Jarobsky. Michael John Boutot. Owen Patrick Gallivan. William Sylvester Scully III. Reinhard Fifi Kumsen. Manjushri Berdikar. Kashmir Elizabeth Stevenson. Mariah Lee Harris. Lauren Ashley Neeland. Kayleen Marie Putis. Courtney Ann Beaudry. Angela Esther Richardson. Brianna Marie Forget. Lauren Beth Fleesock. Kayla Lynn McCarthy. Jason Michael Prue. Sean Patrick O'Leary. Joseph Stephen Nolet. Nicholas Scott LeMay. Jeremy Scott Paradise. Jonathan Philip Bennett. Seth Gabriel Ethier. Julian Edward Roman. Stephen Mark Johnson. Alex Joseph Hilton. Shannon Marie Morgan. Michelle Ashley Williams. Nicole Emily Westerland. Megan Rita Callahan. Kelsey Eileen Cummings. Shannon Veronica Courtney. Ronnie Jean DuPont. Jayana Lynn Chisholm. Stephanie Lee Palmer. Jenna Lee Mandela. Christopher William Reardon. Nicholas William Richard. Michael Paul Cicero. Matthew John Stidson. James Michael Kuchar. Robert John Copper. Wesley Gerard Poirier. Chad Michael Gallant. Mark Alexander Fugit Kravosky. Sam Philip Dowd. Laura Rose LaChapelle Holmes. Nicole Marie Mangadas. Megan Elizabeth Dacey. Brittany May Fontana. Christina Michelle Johnson. Stephanie Jill Beck. Nicole Patricia Miller. Taylor Marie Gorski. Laura Jean Cleary. Catherine Sue Shaw. Jonathan Barth O'Connor. Jacob Michael Mercure. Dylan Scott Bracewell. Michael James Dalio. Scotty Smith. Andrew Richard Zeidema. David John Foster. Matthew James Ryan. Taylor Douglas Marquis. Connor Lee Guerin. Savannah Lee Goodrich. Jordan Lindsay Orell. Jordan Nicole Peliquin. Jacqueline Kaylee Blanchette. Emily Kathleen Briggs. Susan Alicia Poutre. Victoria Ann Ryder. Cassandra Jo Pestier. Kayleen Nicole Bishko. Catherine Elizabeth Devon. Matthew Curtis Montalvo. Jeremy Paul O'Connor. Georgios Siotis.
That was so funny. Matt's so pumped. Matt's pissed. All smiles. What are you talking about? Matt's pissed. He was excited. He's like, fuck easy.
Christopher John Burley. Stuart Earl Lever. Ezekiel Bafor Key. Tyler Joseph Bostek. Alexander Jeremy White. Jennifer Leah Lamaria. Maria Louise Udiciani. Alana Mary McDermott.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. idea where he is? Why don't you call him when he's home? Right in front. All right. I'll be right there. She's going to get a phone or something.
So where are we headed?
You want to take a right or a left? Okay, it's on my left. Yeah. All right. I said to Pam, I go, we either put past it or it's past it. Yeah. So it's either just not all the way to the left or leave off. Just